Hello and welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're not, then basically I've been away for about 2 months or so, getting a bunch of other things situated, a couple other ventures that I'm working into, and since I do this as a hobby, it's not necessarily a top priority. But, otherwise, I'm going to be back doing regular content just like I used to. Which means at least one video a day, probably about 30 plus minutes of content, but can't really guarantee that. And then there may be some additional stuff like music and collaborations and other such things from the other people who are helping me out and these kind of things, and the ones that I'm helping out as well. But beyond that point, my setup is now converted so that way I can do 60 frames a second on 720 and 1080, and I'm doing all my audio recording at 96K 24-bit, but then that's also getting downsampled down. Eventually the audio is going to get upgraded so I can do full 32-bit 192, but until then, this is what you have to work with. But otherwise, this is a channel update and a welcome to anybody else who may be joining or is only familiar with certain series. I try to keep the playlists on YouTube relatively well organized into such as I have a list for actively playing games, and I try and keep most of the stuff separated by the series. If you have any suggestions for games or any other such things, feel free. I do take requests, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I will get to them. But beyond that, my general style is I try to complete games whenever possible because I just have a ton of them and I need to burn through them because I haven't played a lot of them, or I never finished any of them. That's beyond the point though. So, if you're new, welcome. If you've been around and haven't seen some other stuff, there's other stuff coming. And I will be doing regular content again as was usual. Except now everything's going to be at 60 frames a second because why not? And I'm going to keep working on audio throughout. But other than that, I'm going to do a little grind here, which is a sample series that I have. And basically it's just fast forward with some background music of me burning through some levels. I don't really need to for this particular game, but why not? I got time. So we'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.